the viewers. Oh yeah, gotta feed them. Gotta feed the viewers, man. Alright, what do we got for them? Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Mornings. Another beautiful day. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. You heard of Project Gotham, right? 1 and 2, okay. But now we got Project Motor Racing, and that's for you Formula One racing guys. Listen to this. Project Motor Racing to hit PC and consoles this fall. Project Motor Racing has been revealed, and it may be the racing game that we've been waiting for. Straightforward Studio announced that Project Motor Racing, formerly GT Revival, will be released on PC and console this fall, with developers from Slightly Mad Studios and Simbin. Straightforward Studio has the talent that they need to create a good racer. Now we know. We won't have to wait long to see the fruit of their team's development efforts. The origins of this game came from EA cancellation of the Project Cars franchise and closure of the Slightly Mad Studios in 2022. In a sense, Project Motor Racing is a spiritual successor to Project Cars, with its first principal physics engine and mod-friendly giant engine. 10 PMR could be the game changer. PMR could be the game that finally scratches that Project Car itch. Anyway, sorry about that. It says here, PMR promises immersive sound design, dynamic weather conditions, a 24-hour day/night cycle, and other advanced features with straight for a team of factory drivers. Every car in the game has been tested and approved by brand partners to assure authentic level of handling, precision, and accuracy. In other words, this is a proper sim racer. Okay, so think of Forza Motorsport. Anyway, it says here, why drive? It says when you can race, Project Motor Racing ignites all the passion, beauty, and intensity of professional motorsport. Race across eras in the 70s, iconic cars across 10 definitive racing classes in single-player, career, and online racing modes. Feel every second with a new benchmark-setting physics engine built on the mod-friendly Giant Engine 10 that deliver unmatched handling, realism, high-fidelity FFB. Experience a living cockpit with a visible G-force, dirt, heat haze, and then feel the precision of a true to track on 27 scan track layouts, all with dynamic weather conditions, adaptive racing and drying lines, and a full 24-hour day/night cycle. This is motor racing. So what do we need here? It says at launch, PMR will feature 72 meticulously recreated vehicles across 10 classes. Furthermore, the game will support VR and triple motor setup on PC. Project Motor Racing is coming to PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PC this fall. If you want to know if you're ready to, if your PC is ready, you can look at the game hardware requirements. It says PC, Xbox Series X and S, and I guess they meant to say PlayStation because they got PC twice. All right, Project Motor system requirements. All right, let's see what we got here. Minimum requires 64-bit processor and operating system, meaning Windows 10 and 11. Processors, AMD Ryzen 3 3100 or Intel Core i5 8400. Memory, 8 gigabytes of RAM. Graphics, NVIDIA GeForce, NVIDIA GTX 1060, 6 gigs, or AMD Radeon RX 580. DirectX 11. Network broadband internet connection. Storage, 35 gigs available space, and and of course you need a sound card. Now, Recommended is requires a 64-bit processor and operating system. OS Windows 10. It says Home or x64. That means you still could use a professional edition if you want to. Processor AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. Memory 16 gigs of RAM. Graphics GTX 2060 6 gigabyte or AMD equivalent. DirectX version 11. Network broadband internet connection. Storage 35 gigs. Available space. And of course sound card. So those are the specs. This article has a video with it. It's about 2 minutes and 9 seconds long. So yeah. But that's the requirements. They say Project Motor Racing is coming to PC, Xbox, Series X and S. And I guess PlayStation. That's what they meant. They said PC again, but I think they meant to say PlayStation. But those are the specs though. Windows 10, Home or professional. Processor AMD Ryzen 3 3100 or Intel Core i5 8400. Memory 8 gigs of RAM. Graphics NVIDIA GTX 1060 6 gigs, or you can go higher, or AMD RX 580. You can go higher than that if you want to. DirectX 11 or 12 if you need it. Network broadband internet connection. Storage 35 gigs available space. Use SSD because that's the ones that are that's being used today. And of course you need a sound card. So yeah. And then for the recommended 64-bit processor operating system, Windows 10 or 11, AMD Ryzen 5 5600X, 16 gigs of RAM, or you can increase that to 32 or 64 if you want to. Graphics NVIDIA GTX 2060, you can go higher than that if you want to, or AMD equivalent. Then it says DirectX 11 or 12 if you want, if that's your choosing. And broadband internet connection, storage SSD 35 gigs, and sound card. Yeah. So those are the requirements, man. And that's for Project Motor Racing. Yeah, for you racing fans. And that should hold you. Yeah. But I'll keep you guys in the loop on what's going on gaming wise in the gaming industry. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars, Star Trek, Dark Side. Go. Peace. Oh.